readers, how are you? How have you been doing with your reading? I bet you guys are reading so many books, and I bet you have started jotting to help you remember important part of your book so you can share it with your family or share it with your friends, right? I'm so proud of all of the reading you are doing. So, I had to tell you guys about this story. So I have this niece, right? Her name is Aaliyah, and she's 4 years old. And she wanted to practice riding her bike. And she kept riding her bike, but she would fall. But she would get back up and she would ride again. And she kept practicing and practicing and practicing until she got it right. And let me tell you something, it made me so happy. I was so happy that she finally learned how to ride her bike. But then I started thinking, is the word happy the word I really wanted to use? I felt like I could use a word that kind of describes my feelings a little bit better. So I would think that instead of me saying happy, maybe I could say I was proud, right? Because I was so proud of the hard work she was doing. So, do you know what, avid readers? You can find a word that's just right to talk about what you're feeling, right? Because we don't always have to use happy or sad or mad. We can use other words to describe those same things, right? So I wasn't just happy, I was proud of her because she did it on her own, right? So we can just come up with other words that describes our feelings. So I got our book Not Norman, right? Remember when we were reading Not Norman and we were talking about the different emotions, right? That they were feeling in the story? I wanted to see if we could come up with some other words, right? So when I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet. And remember on this page, we said something like sad, right? But what's another word? I think he's more than sad because I think he thought he was getting another kind of pet and he didn't get it. So I think another word we could use is maybe disappointed. What do you think? Disappointed. So look, I am going to take a sticky note. Remember we talked about jotting? And I'm going to write down what this character is feeling. I'm going to write, I'm going to make a sad face, right? Because he does look sad. But then I'm also going to try the word disappointed. So what do I hear? D is O-I-S. A point, point, tid. Well, I hear a T, then I hear an E-D. Oh, look at that. Look at that big word, disappointed, right? So it's more than sad. He's disappointed because he wanted something different. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or one who could climb trees and chase strings. A soft, furry pet to sleep on my bed at night, not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and around and around and around and around. And remember, we talked about that and a word that we could use. I think that he looks like he's bored. He looks like he's bored. So I'm going to get another sticky note and I'm going to jot down bored about this character's feelings. I want to draw a face that just looks bored, just because he doesn't know what's going on. Bored. I hear a B. Ooh, bored. hmm Bored. See, I wrote about that character's feelings. He's bored, right? So, readers, today when you go off to do your reading, can you think about a different word that you could use for a character's feelings? Not just sad or mad or happy. What's some other words we could use? Maybe excited, right? We said disappointed. What's another word for mad? Angry, right? So, scholars, I can't wait to see what other words you come up with to describe the character's feelings. Have a great time reading. Bye.